Hey, my mic's muted. Hey, hello, what up? Yo, what's up, everybody? My mic's muted. Yep, that's my bad. I was trying to do a good intro, but here you go, good streamer. Basically, Yakuza Kiwami 2 is a remake of Yakuza 2. It came out very, very recently, a few weeks ago, like at the end of August, and the Magma Saga is actually a very, very small kind of little side chapter that they included with the game because what the lead producer and director likes is they like to add value to their remakes like Yakuza Kiwami by actually like adding stuff in. I just walked past the guy that I have to actually speak to, Karamura. So basically, this takes place between Yakuza 1 and 2. And as you can see, this is all about everybody's fan favourite, Majima Goro. Can't see chat at the moment, I'm afraid. But yeah, basically, we're going to control Magma. On the right-hand side there, you'll see that there's a little mail about a gift for Chairman Kiryu. That's a little optional extra we can do, which we do part of with a secondary category for this run. The secondary category for this run is a bit longer, at about 30 to 35 minutes. It requires you beating a load of these sub-bosses that will appear in sets of threes around the map. For the most part, you'll be seeing me use this attack here. It's basically, if you've ever heard the term spin to win, yeah. So, Majima doesn't have as many heat moves as Kiryu does in the main game, and as far as like the differences between this and the main actual any percent goes, is you don't level Majima up, you don't have equipment that you have to mess around with. So the nice thing actually about this run is that it's a completely level playing field, and it's only hopefully 15 minutes long. PB is about 13 minutes. I'm going a very specific route here because one of the big main differences between this and the main any percent is that actually there's set spawns. So how it usually works on the main Yakuza games is that all the spawns can spawn around you, or the enemy spawns. They'll spawn in kind of random areas. Most of them have some form of like kind of area they're tied to, so to speak. So for the most part, and that's one of the street bosses there on the right. You can see him on the mini map. He's got like this little skull. Obviously, for this quick any percent, we'll be dodging all of them. But for the spawns, for the most part, they're all basically set. So we're going to be taking specific routes. In the any percent, I think we only do 4 fights, which includes boss fights. For the most part, for Chapter 1 here, you just see me go from point A to B. Chapter 1's actually almost finished. This is a very, very short little like side, kind of epilogue to Yakuza 0, but also kind of like beginner's story to Yakuza 2. So it's kind of this nice, little blend of new and old. But basically, the Dojo have a new chairman. And he's put forth that the member who can earn the most money in the... Give me 2 secs. Okay, there we go. The member that can earn the most money in a very short, predetermined amount of time will be the right-hand man to the chairman, to put it quite simply. And there are 2 leading candidates, one of which is Kei Ibuchi, and there's another one who you don't need to really know about because we just found him dead. Thumbs up. So, yeah. So basically, Majima's now shocked. He's gone to report. And that's Ibuchi in the blue suit. You will see him soon. He is voiced by Dio. Good old Dio. We're just going to go and leave. We're going back to Kamurocho because Majima's kind of getting really annoyed by all of this. And he has to kind of take the fall a little bit. These guys are members of the Uematsu family. They were the guy who was just killed. Again, with a bit of spin to win. This guy at the front is the biggest pain in the backside out of the whole of the group. He has the most defense out of all of them, and you can see I did a normal combo there. Depending on the circumstance, will depend on what kind of move I use. And you'll see, especially with regards to bosses in Chapter 3, there's a very specific pattern that we do, and we do it more often in all street bosses, because the AI in this can be predicted. For the most part, they have like a little pattern where they will stand up and then they will either block or they will dodge. So if you reset their positioning with a heat move, which you will see during one of the 2 boss fights, then you can just easily get rid of them and just reset their positioning. Also, if they move around, you'll see me intentionally delay my attacks, but we'll get to that when we get to it. With now Chapter 2 and now more street bosses appearing, the actual position of all the enemies on the map has changed. You can see ahead of me, there's actually a set of enemies, so we're going to go around here and, if we're quick enough, despawn all the buildings. Don't know why, just happens. They're still physically there, even though they're not actually there, so you can't actually use that to go out of bounds, unfortunately. The Yakuza games are amazing at keeping you in bounds. Yeah, I am actually running the Yakuza games on stream at the minute. All the PS4 ones, and I want to do 3 to 5, but only when they come out on PS4, not before. I'll wait till PS4 for Yakuza 5, thanks. But we've gone here to go and meet the Florist. He's somebody who I won't really get into too much because we don't have that much time, but if you play the Yakuza games, you'll know who the Florist is. He basically has a massive surveillance network, etc. And we find our way back to Sotenbori. Yes, I did Yakuza 6 during ESA Summer, actually. ESA were kind enough to allow me to run that, and even though it's Movember, I technically haven't shaved since then. But hey, it's Movember. I'm in the spirit of it. But as we're back in Sotenbori, Magma knows the best place to go and get information is his old haunting ground, the Grand. So we're going to go and use taxis. Obviously, there are loads of taxi points around the city. Those are fast travel. Those are the quickest way to get around. If we were doing all street bosses here, there's a street boss that spawns like right there. But the trouble is, the game has to load like everything in, so he cannot spawn. And it's a bit weird because like optimally, it's a good idea to get in there, but you can't actually get in there unless you specifically wait a few seconds, which is just slow. So we're going to go and speak to... We're after... Basically, we found out that the guy at the very start of the run that we talked to, Kawamura, he has been offing some high-ranking officials, including Uematsu. So we know that he is in Sotenbori. We've come and asked this hostess to keep an eye out. And then as soon as we step outside, here's some friends. As per usual. So they all spawn around you. This is one of our set fights. We ideally want to go around them like this and then spin to hopefully get multiple of them. Again, it can be kind of... If you get knocked around as well, you can actually get knocked out of your spin combo, which is the worst. There's like 3 or 4 street bosses where actually getting knocked out of your combo is just the worst. But for anyone who's played Yakuza 0, you'll see that Magma has a combination of his Mad Dog style and his Breaker style, with Breaker style obviously being the best thing since sliced bread in that run. But now we're going to go to Odyssey, another of the old haunting grounds in Sotenbori. We're going to be going over to Shofukucho, that's the one. And we also have a street boss who appears right here. If we were doing all street bosses, we would take this guy out before we ended the chapter. But for now, we're going to just go ahead. We're going to go and meet an old friend, Yamagata, I believe his name is. He's basically still here, but basically he hasn't seen Kawamura. He tells us to go off, and then you also get a nice little cutscene with some of the older people that Magma interacted with from Yakuza 0's Cabaret line. And then here's some more mysterious assassins. Usually these guys can stay pretty close together, but that was some really bad RNG, unfortunately. How did the guy behind me die? That's weird. What? Okay, I'll take it. Whatever. I don't actually understand how the guy behind me died because I didn't hit him, but... Alright, good. Good. So Magma's come to Higuchi Kaikan. It was a very big plot point in Yakuza 0, and he's come there not for information. Well, actually, he has come there for information, but he actually finds somebody working there who goes by the name of Makoto Makimura, a name that you'll recognize if you've played Yakuza 0. I have to skip this cutscene because it mutes the VOD. Good cutscene. But basically, we have a nice heartwarming kind of back and forth between Majima and Makoto, and just kind of a little bit of closure on Yakuza 0 and the events of Yakuza 0. And then we get told by this hostess here a few things, like Makoto is leaving, etc. And then we get a phone call saying that Kawamura is actually in the Grand, and we're off to actually end the chapter right now. Chapter 3 is really short. You do get 3 last street bosses, but for the most part, all you have to do is go straight to the Grand and beat the final 2 bosses. So Majima, as always with the Yakuza games, at the point of no return, we're going to bust in. We're going to find Kawamura. He's going to have shot a high-ranking Omi official. And we're going to have to teach him the error of his ways. So, I said that we have very specific patterns for bosses. So, you'll see me either spin or do a normal attack. So you see how he dodged there? And this is the annoying thing is that bosses here have pistols, these last 2 bosses, and they'll do that attack. So, because he got up, as long as I'm attacking straight away, we should be fine. No, I had to reset him. So, yeah, the 3 should be fine. I'm having a real bad attack pattern today. Okay, so wait. Nope, you're just gonna kick. He's supposed to dodge. Like that. So, the whole reason why I wait... I'm just gonna reset his position. The whole reason why I waited so is he could dodge, and then I could just spin. If he's getting up like that, you have free range to just attack. So we got one last... boss to fight. Kawamura was actually being manipulated behind the scenes by Dio, aka Ibuchi. Him right there. And essentially, he has almost the exact same moveset, but he has one more annoying dodge, and quite possibly the best counter in the entire series, which is a little unfair for being in the side chapter. These cutscenes are always cool. So, for Ibuchi, we're going to do the same as we did before, or tried to do before with Kawamura, before his pattern was actually really bad. We're going to run up to him, spin. Nice. Wait. That's the super long dodge. Now, he's going to go into his heat mode. I should have heat attacked because he didn't actually dodge beforehand. So... So I'm going to reset his position. If they don't get up immediately like this, you can actually spam kick and sometimes get an extra hit off. He's now in heat mode. So he basically now has this counter and he has extra damage and extra defense. So that's the counter, and I really want to avoid that. He can do that whenever you're doing anything. He can interrupt you if you're hitting him. It's literally one of the most OP counters in the entire series. But because he's done his dodge, you can actually just go ahead and hit him. And time is coming up on the last hit on him, which should be now. Time. So yeah. Basically, yeah. Nice short little run. People, you know, it was surprising to us when, you know, a Yakuza game came out with a run that's only 15 minutes long. So my official time, because I know time messed up. I apologize, tech, because obviously my mic was muted during that. Official time was just under, or just about 14 minutes, which is only a minute off of world record. So that's not too bad. But yeah, this was a nice short run. Hope you all enjoyed it. Next up is obviously going to be Josh with GTA. So, hope you enjoy the rest of the marathon.
Hello guys, it's your lovely host Barbie X Edge here at ESA Movember. You just watched Yakuza Kiwami 2 by FroobMcGuffin. That was a pretty fast-paced run. Could barely keep up with it. I actually used to live in Japan for 4 years, so seeing that's like brings back memories. Anyways, the next run coming up is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. I'm guessing this is like a PSP port by Joshimus. It's going to be pretty cool. I really like Grand Theft Auto games. So, yeah, you know, this game is going to be pretty cool to watch. And it looks like it's about a 4.5 hour estimate. So, yeah, this is going to be a pretty long run, probably full with all kinds of funny things, and it's gonna go fast. Alrighty, it looks like Joshimus is ready. So I'm not gonna hold you on any longer, so you can enjoy the run. Enjoy.
Could be live any moment. Waiting for stream delay. Oh, there I am. Hello. Cool. Let me adjust my Discord and chat. And hello. I'm Josh. I'm here to run this this PSP game that you may or may not know about. Right, I will preface this with preface. This run can crash quite a lot. I do have safety saves. I will be making safety saves in the run. Basically, what that means is that either I'll finish 45 minutes early and get a world record, or I will be at estimate. So yes, I'm that guy that submits 4-hour runs to GTA games. Alright, I'll tell you when to start the timer in a second. Just give the game a quick refresh to minimize game crashing.